Hello, everyone, and welcome. We are surrounded by pageantry and tradition, and it's clear to see that college football will be at its best today. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So Notre Dame's return man hardly helped out the offense with that one. And there he is. When you build a tight end, you'd build one just like this, especially with those reliable mitts, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, he makes big plays in big games. Watch for him on third down in the red zone. He has a chance to leave an impact in this game.
Well, it's so nice to have such a big body that when he's covered, he's open, right? Like, it doesn't matter because he's got great hands and that big frame he can really utilize.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. They'll go to the ground. Running into the open space. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Might as well give it to him again. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
He's going to pass on 2nd down. Quickly out to the tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
These are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
Looking to throw. Setting up the screen. Nice move to stay on his feet. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the 1st down before he's dragged to the ground.
3rd down, defense is thinking pass, so those defensive ends rushing up the field, that plays perfectly into the running back screen. Great play call at the right time.
And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the 1st, an array of possibilities here.
And that would be the definition of 1st down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football, get a new set of downs. Like, nice 1st down execution.
Tackle is made, but not until he gets the 1st down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the 1st down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make...
Grabs it inside the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise on the opening drive. Nice execution. They score the touchdown. That was big time.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And they seem to believe that they can take big plays away and man coverage by just locking him up in this matchup, David.
Yeah, and it's hard to lock down a great wide receiver, but a great defensive back versus a great wide receiver, we got a showdown.
Yeah, let's be honest, David. Most defenses don't have a dude like that at cornerback that could do that in a game like this, but this matchup is unique, and it's going to really determine the outcome of the game.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. At the 35, he's loose. The expressway is wide open. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
Here's the handoff. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Robinson will throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man all by himself. Bounces into the end zone for a touchdown.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Brought down at the 26 after a 15-yard pickup.
Big time throwing that last play. You know, you think about great Notre Dame quarterbacks. I think back to a couple of Joes. Joe Montana, Joe Theismann. They'd love what they'd be seeing right now from this kid. He's got arm talent. He's got accuracy. And because of that, he gives this offense the ability to light up the scoreboard.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. It's been punch, counter punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. 2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. Leaves it with the back. At the 35, he's open. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
Well, that's a really good-looking physical run. I'll tell you, when you think of Notre Dame football, too, you think of all the great coaches they've had, Eric Parsegian, Newt Rockne, Lou Holtz. Those guys would love what they're seeing right now. 3 yards in a cloud of dust, wearing the defense down, running the football when they know you're going to do it. This is Notre Dame football to a T. Beautiful.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator of where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They've been running it, but now the pass. He makes the connection. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. And this one splits the uprights. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
They'll try the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Trying to get the corner. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding him the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Robinson looking to pass. Quick strike complete. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. This drive's been productive so far. Already picked up a couple of first downs, now out close to midfield. Looking to move it through the air. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp. After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Fires it. Complete downfield. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
They'll give it to the back. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Gonna let it fly. He caught it. Takes it into the end zone for a touchdown.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here come the Irish back on offense. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Wants to throw on first down. And the ball is intercepted. Got room on the return. And he will house it. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Palmer. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. He's looking to throw it. Pressure coming. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high, and wide on that one. After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Coming after it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
And that's a really good decision by the quarterback. Don't take the sack. Throw the ball away. Now, listen, we can debate whether that was intentional grounding or not because he's still in the pocket. I'm not sure that that's not classified as grounding, but they didn't call it. So, you know what? Nice throwaway, QB.
Got his man. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes a stop. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. He wants to throw. They're working that left side. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Looking to pass on 2nd down. That's reeled in. It's Price. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And it's 3rd down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Robinson will throw. Looking to the big tight end. And the pass hits, picked off. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. They'll throw it on first down, trying to get to it. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And that's the thing about this defense. Yeah, they may be losing the game right now, but they've got difference makers on that side of the football. They got guys that can step up like that, create havoc, get a sack, create negative plays. They're going to need more of that here in the second half if they're going to win this game.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. Lets it fly. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Afterburner's coming. Snags it with the sticky fingers and strolls in with the sweet feet for the touchdown. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
Well, if you were wondering if this offense was going to be more conservative in the second half after all the success they had in that first period, think again. They waste no time taking a shot on their opening drive early on, and they've already scored a touchdown here. This defense continues to be on their heels.
Here come the Irish back on offense. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make it.
Notre Dame lines up quickly. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. From the gun, running back gets to give. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block it.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Irish send out the punt unit. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get the ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
To the ground. He's got it again.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Robinson looking to pass. Hit as he throws. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They bring the punter onto the field now. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. On the return, it's Payne. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Feeling some heat. And they get him down. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
Well, this defense is on its heels right now, especially trying to stop the run. They're just not being physical enough. They give up another run right there for a first down. Someone's going to have to step up and make a play.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
I think if you're the quarterback moving forward, you need to start thinking about hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs because of this outside linebacker. He's a guy that has shown the knack to get after the QB. When he comes blitzing, you need to have an outlet throw in your back pocket.
Fires to the middle. Hauls it in. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Got it, looking for the first down. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. First down to start the drive after the break. Defense looks like they're about to bring the house. Going over the top. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Irish!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David.
Lost one deep down the right side. And he hauls it in inside the 30. Sees him in open space, an opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on first down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football.
And it's caught for the touchdown. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. He had a vision of getting loose, but he'll go out of bounds at the 18. Here come the Irish back on offense. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Fires to the big fella. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down.
Well, that last play is a beautiful start to this drive. You've got some work to do here. You've got...
Fires into traffic, intercepted. Taking it the other way. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown. They tack on another score, and how about the way this team has responded to a loss and now about to move to 9-1.
And that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know.
And that is interception number 3 on the day.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
And great recognition by the corner. That touch pass after he throws at the quarterback, it's a pass. He can't throw it forward again. Nice job understanding that, flying up, coming and making the big tackle in the open field.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. And, guys, they really need to make something happen on this 3rd and long. Robinson will throw. He's got his man. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down.
Defense is about feeling out the offense and what they like to do. What are they going to do 3rd short, 3rd medium, 3rd long? So far, the offense is winning. Defense is going to need to make some adjustments.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Looking to go up top on 1st down. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass, but you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack there.
Here we go. He's back to throw on 2nd down. Pocket starts to collapse. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
You could clearly tell that he wanted to throw the football and he wanted to go through the air and make a big play. Defense does a great job corralling him, getting some pressure, and most importantly, getting him on the ground.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. The kicker will try to punch one through from 41 yards away. Splits the uprights, it's good. And now the lead is extended a little further. The last thing you want to do here is give up a big return, pin them back, and then the defense can just stop them from scoring a touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here come the Irish, back on offense. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's taking a deep shot. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. The sudden change on the turnover, and man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22. First down for this offense. Handoff to the single back. And he's a real nowhere man, tackled in this no-gain land.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. One more play to pad the stats. The give to the back. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Timeout is called with just a single second left. After this, it'll be a wrap. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And as the ball goes to the turf, the clock has hit 0. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's almost...
Hello, everyone, and welcome. You can sense it through the pageantry, the tradition, the electricity that permeates this place as we get set for a terrific game. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. All right, guys, here's our first look at this offense today. And this guy is a big-time star. Just an electricity follows him onto the field.
He's a workhorse too, Reese. This is a definition of a bell cow running back. He can carry the load for his offense and put his football team on his back.
They're going to run it to the right. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Handoff from the gun. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Robinson looking to pass. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down.
And a nice job finding my wide receiver. And then how about the wide receiver turning into a running back, getting upfield, getting some positive yards, and getting the first down.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. How about those sweet twinkle toes-like moves as he gets to the 38? Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Quickly complete. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on 4th down.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's 3rd down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up 4th down.
No problem for the offense there. They just took care of business.
And you practice these situations nowadays, you know you're going to go for it on 4th most of the time. 4th and 1, you feel very confident. You're ready to rock and roll, and they get the first down.
A strike downfield. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. And they're in for a touchdown.
Well, the offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the spotlight in this game will undoubtedly be on these star wide receivers, David.
I mean, they're featured, Reese. Like, these guys are going to touch the football a lot. These offenses are built to get them the football, to make plays. We're in for a few catches today, Palmer.
We sure are. When you can get open like these guys can, when you have the speed to take the top off of a defense, you know you're going to see a lot of explosive plays today.
It's complete on the right side. And defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. Now on 1st down after that completion.
This guy's in the Heisman picture because his stats are just ridiculous, and he threw for over 300 yards last game out. He's putting up another monster game here today, guys.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Quick tempo here for the offense. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. Catch in the middle, it sweeps. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs.
And this guy has been putting up huge video game type stat numbers each and every week. Threw for over 300 yards last week. He's putting up another monster game today. Late in the year when you know Heisman voters are watching, this guy wants to bring the Heisman Trophy home.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Bulls his way forward. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. On the 2nd and goal for this offense. He's looking to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
Lining up to add another. Smashes it through for the PAT. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Robinson will throw. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. They're bringing heat, and they can't make the play on 3rd down.
3rd and long situation. They try to go screen. I think they were hoping it was going to be a big zone and they could get those offensive linemen down the field, but the defense sniffed it out, forcing the incompletion.
And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
That is a gut punch if you're the offense, because they're in dime personnel. They're only rushing 4 guys. You've got 5 offensive linemen. You've got the option of bringing other people in to help give your QB time. And this offense, not good enough.
Right down the boulevard. It's good. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Robinson looking to pass. Finds his big tight end. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it 1 high safety? Is it 2 high safeties? And then you know instinctively where your best throw,
all kinds of running room. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
And that's just a great individual effort by the wide receiver. He catches this ball way short of the sticks, but because he's able to make the defender miss, now he's able to get the extra yards and turn that into an explosive play.
Now on first down from the 40. Motion from the offense. Comes out throwing on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Parks. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. He wants to throw it again. Getting some heat. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Fires to the big fella. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
I'll say this, man, in college football you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Throws for the tight end. And the missed connection on 3rd down. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. And he'll need a little distance and accuracy, a 42-yarder from the left hash. And it's right down the boulevard. Field goal draws us even as we get close to halftime. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Looking for daylight from inside his 20. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
Yeah, and listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one, make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. To the air on first down. Makes his connection. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. Caught close to the marker. It's Weeks. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And how about this? They're going to send the kicker out there to try to put a thunderfoot into one. As someone once said, from way downtown, bang, outside of 60 yards. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Wants to pass it. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. We're ready to get it started here in the second half. No shot at a return. It's out of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. Line gets set. First down. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Pulls it in. It's Weeks. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. It'll be third and short from their own 33. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Makes the grab over the middle. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short.
Looking to push the pace with the no huddle. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run.
Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. Takes it the other way. At the 20. All the way into the end zone for a touchdown.
A really good awareness by the defense. I'm supposed to drop back. I'm supposed to see the quarterback. And when he throws it, go break on it, gets the tip, and then you get the pick. That's just gravy. That's just a cherry on top of the sundae. And then take it back to the house. Let's get weird. Nice play by the defense.
Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Makes the grab down the middle. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Unloads quickly. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He looks that one in nicely. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Personal foul.
You just can't. Back like that, the defender got caught red-handed. 3 yards, 1st down for the offense after that penalty. Back to the air one more time. Fires into traffic, picked off. Didn't get a chance to show off those running skills, but he gives him the ball at the 29-yard line.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with the pick.
They're trying to get to it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. They couldn't do it on that last play.
Running back searching for a hole. At the 40, there he goes. What a good run there. He has enough for the 1st down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, right away after picking up a 1st down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on 1st down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Robinson will throw. Pressure coming. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play coming on 3rd and long. Fires to the wideout. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth-quarter play for this defense. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, this offense is trying to ice the game. They've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but it's only by 1 possession, so you got to be so careful with your decision-making. And that was not a good one by the quarterback. They now turn it over, and they better hope their defense.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
And a big defensive tackle getting off the rock. Nice job seeing play action, understand his pass, beats the guard, gets to the quarterback, and gets the QB on the ground.
First down sack, pushes it back. Now it's 2nd down. Wants to throw on 2nd down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Makes the grab on the left. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that 1st down marker.
I think fans get upset sometimes, like run your route past the sticks so we get the 1st down, but nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the 4th down.
Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. And now the offense will come onto the field again.
And that's such a good job by this defense. This offense is trying to find a spark, trying to get back in this football game. They're trying to be aggressive. The defense answers, and now you put your offense in a beautiful position to go out, execute a really good drive, and put a little distance between the other squad.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Yeah, it's a nice job by this defense. Obviously backed up against it. Time running out. Got to get the football back. 2 good plays. Now 3rd down. I stay aggressive. Have to come after him. If they decide to throw the football, so be it. But stay aggressive. Get that football back for your offense.
Throws to the wideout. That 3rd down pass was coming in hot before it fell to the ground. And here comes the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. On the move, it's Claiborne. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
We've reached a 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Coming after him. It's caught.
And you're seeing why this guy is on the field during 2-minute situations. He can catch the football and make things happen. Nobody open downfield. You just dump it down to him and let the guy go to work, pick up a huge play, and help this offense get in position to win the game.
Got his man downfield. Boy, are they loving that huge play. He's got it down to the 9. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. And it's a touchdown.
And they're able to score on a drive where they had to have it this late in the game, and they look to their playmaker on the outside to win that one-on-one matchup.
Big-time moments. Who do you trust as a quarterback? You could tell this was a big moment. He threw it to his big play wide receiver. He knew he would come down to it, and now the big play in the 4th quarter for the touchdown.
This one's big to make sure they can't beat you with a field goal. He's got it, and the lead is up to a field goal. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. ULM is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Malone Stadium, but they've struggled to really pull away. They're up by 7 over Marshall. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. To the ground with the back. At the 35, he's got room. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. He wants a big play here late. Into the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown.
And some of these guys make it look so easy, but these are tight windows down here, man. There's not a lot of space in the field, and he drops back, knows exactly where he's going with the football, throws it in there, makes the play, and more importantly, now his team is in the lead in the 4th quarter.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be knocked down. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position, too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced this situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots, throw beyond the 1st down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
He's going up top here late in the game. It's complete. A huge pickup. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Looking to move it through the air. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
Well, one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to...
Going deep. Thrown to the end zone, and it's caught. What a clutch grab, and they have the lead in the final minute.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. We got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
If he can make this one, the lead will be 3. And he knocks it through, and the lead is a field goal here in the fourth quarter. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And what a late touchdown in the final minute that is likely the game winner here. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. And they only need a field goal, and they have to manage the time wisely here.
Yeah, I think you want to manage the clock, Reese. Be smart with your timeout situation. Know where to attack, Jesse, on the field right now.
Yeah, generally you want to attack with your best players. So get them in matchups that you like and get those guys the football.
Got his man to the left. Timeout called by the offense. 23 seconds remaining in the game.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it right down the middle. It's complete. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Robinson looking to pass. Throws toward the end zone. Into their happy place for a touchdown.
Man, how about this quarterback right away seeing, I got to get rid of the football. There's a lot of guys near the line of scrimmage. He spits it out, and I let my receiver do the rest. Let my playmaker make me look really good. Really nice pitch and catch. And guess what? You got the lead now in the fourth quarter.
They might want to consider driving this one through on the ground, get him to touch it, and get that clock running. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
Well, you look at the clock. They've got time for one more play, but they're out of Hail Mary range here, needing a touchdown to win this game. This is going to be a last-second, last-chance play that they practice, by the way, throughout the week. It's going to involve probably a lot of laterals. We've seen crazier stuff happen in college football.
Last pass falls incomplete, and that's going to do it. After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off. People might be searching for spots on the bandwagon again now.
Yeah, give this coaching staff a lot of credit too, Reese, because they made a few tweaks and adjustments schematically to their personnel as well, and they've really now seemed to find a nice rhythm.
And it's hard to find that early in the season, but the good teams figure out who they are, what they do well, and you could tell they're starting to get in a groove, figure out who does what well, and maximize that and accentuate that.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis.
Welcome to the college football playoff. The season's had plenty of ups and downs, but all the drama has led up to this point, the beginning of this 12-team playoff in front of a home crowd and a raucous environment. The kickoff team is out there, and here we go. The college football playoff about to get underway. Fields it just outside the goal line. And the coverage team pins him in and brings him down. Okay, now we'll get our first look at this offense here today. And here he comes, the quarterback, all eyes on him. He's the guy that just makes everything go.
Well, this guy's Mr. Do-It-All. It's almost odd to say this about a quarterback, but he truly does. He's the echo of the coach and the connector of this offense. When everyone is hooked up to him, this team operates at maximum capacity, and that usually means their opposition is in trouble.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. And they'll start off with a deep shot. That one is incomplete. Took a downfield shot on first down, but missed it.
Chris, I love this call here by the offensive coordinator. Big playoff game. You take a shot downfield. Now, they didn't hit it, but I love the aggressive approach here early by this OC.
And the wideout goes in motion. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, this is what I'd love to see from a defense here. The linebackers are scraping, doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? And the runner brought down, but looks like there's a flag on the field. Let's see what this is about. Obviously, the defense will decline that penalty on the offense and take the result of that play. Special teams on the field now. Here comes a punt. And that sets up a return. And he's going to get run out of bounds after a small pickup on the return. The Nittany Lions offense makes their way onto the field for their first possession. All right, Kirk, let's take a quick look at the impact players for today's game and how they're going to affect the outcome.
These are your leaders on the field and in the locker room. These are your go-to guys, not only when you need a play to be made, but also when you need somebody to rally your team.
Great cut there. They get the senior to the ground, but it's a nice run there.
Boy, great job up front here getting this first down by this Penn State offense. And great combination over the years that we've seen in State College, the ability to run the football with an offensive line that can get that push and a big physical back that can be able to pick up those yards, get those first downs.
It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. They bring him down to the 25. They're moving closer and closer to the red zone.
I feel like this quarterback can make this throw in his sleep. It's like clockwork, a curl route against zone. And the quarterback, the only thing is he had to fit it into a tight window for that first down completion.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. It's caught downfield. Tackle made quickly at the 11, but the offense in the red zone now. And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. Makes a quick catch. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Scanning the field. It's Aller. And it's incomplete, targeting a man right near the goal line.
Chris, that ball's tipped up into the air, and it's anybody's football. The defense, first of all, does a great job of anticipating a throw down in the red zone, and they're in great position to knock that ball up. But it was exciting to see, would anybody come up with it once it was in the air?
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
Now they get set to kick it away. And it's fielded. Returner trying to create good field position here. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Here comes the offense, hoping to get a drive going. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. We're gaining some breathing room now. Tackled at the 26.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a first down. So a very makeable third down for the offense with a 29. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. It's a short completion to the big tight end. Tackle's made, but not before he makes the 43-yard line. This drive is going now. The drive stays alive with that completion for a first down. Handoff here from the shotgun. Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Back to throw. It's Robinson. Makes a quick grab. And uses his speed to pick up solid yardage. That's a nice pickup there. They find some space in the zone and pick up the first down.
Yeah, really nice call here, Chris, to be able to pick up this first down on this drag route. The quarterback does a nice job of being patient, waiting for that window to open up in that zone, and he put it right on the money for the receiver to have a chance to not just catch it, but eventually get the first.
This is the 6th play on the drive. Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. And heads out of bounds after a decent gain.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
On the 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. And it's incomplete. What is the final play of this period? And, Kirk, it's Penn State on top as we break for the quarter. And the first quarter is in the books. What is a huge opportunity for both these programs to get a step closer to a national championship. Fourth down and 2 coming up as they try to keep the drive going. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. And it's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Great defensive play on 4th down. And the Nittany Lions offense retakes the field.
This is the chance you take here as an offensive coordinator and a play caller. You go for it here. You draw it up perfectly. You think this is the right play, and then the execution is not there. So the defense catches a break, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
The pocket breaking down. Nice grab. It's Wallace. He'll go down right there. Worked his way for a short gain, but not enough for the first down.
This is what you love to see, right? Quarterback does a nice job of looking and finding his open receiver, and he waits to the last possible second. In fact, Chris, he gets hit as he gets that ball out of his hands. So good job of showing some strength.
Sacked on heavy pressure there.
Well, you got to do a better job with your fake as a quarterback. The defense did not bite at all in the play action, allowing them to continue to come after the quarterback and come up with that sack.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Lets it fly to the wideout. This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up 4th down. The Nittany Lions bring their punt team onto the field. Fielded at the 25. And the returner will be brought down. And the offense trots back out on the field again. Last time the defense got a big 4th down stop. Let's see what the offense can do this time. First down here for this offense. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A sack in the play could not escape the pass rush.
Love the call here by the defense coordinator to be able to call this linebacker blitz to come up with a sack. And over the years, Penn State blitzes these backers and are more effective than maybe any school in the country.
That's reeled in. It's Smith.
You know, each receiver brings something a little bit different to the table, Chris. To me, the outside receivers usually are a little bit longer, taller guys. You get those slot receivers in the inside, not only can they make the catch, but they have quickness to make plays after the catch. Great example of that right here.
The short completion of the tight end. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down.
Good job here by this offense coming up with this first down on the third down play. They knew they're going to have to deal with a lot of pressure, did their job, gave the quarterback time. They convert, and listen, you're down early in this game. Every possession matters. You need points.
And the junior able to get home with the sack.
Well, that's their second sack already in this game right now. And this offensive coordinator, he's going to have to come up with some changes in pass pro. Keep a tight end in, roll the quarterback out, anything they can do to help him out. Otherwise, this poor guy's going to spend his entire playoff experience on his back.
They bring him down. That's a very solid game, but still well short of the first down. Third down here. Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. And he'll drop back here on third down, bringing pressure. He eludes the run. Broke one tackle, but couldn't escape. Dropped for a sack. That's the 2-minute warning in this close first half. The offense trying to score and claim the lead before the break. They'll kick it away here. Fielding the punt, looking to improve field position here. And the coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. And the Penn State offense is back out on the field. They were held to a quick 3-and-out last time, looking to put together a positive drive here. So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Fires it to the wideout, who makes the grab. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
Well, here the defense decided to sit back and play zone, and that front didn't do a good job of pressuring the quarterback. He had the time to make the throw, and he put it on target.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Looking to pass. It's Aller. Caught quickly. He picks up 9, so just short of the first down. 2nd and 1.
The quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Throws it to the right. The pass is intercepted. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive, and he ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
So the first play of the drive here coming up, less than 2 minutes left on the clock. And the runner takes off to his right. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
Well, another short gain for this offense on the ground, and you got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They have really negated that aspect of this offense the entire first half and really making them one-dimensional. And if that doesn't change, I don't know how they get back into this game.
Quarterback making some changes at the line. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Looking for the wideout. He's got it for a big gain. The first down pickup tackle at the 45. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the 2nd quarter.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
This offense has gotten going at long last. It's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, looking to throw. The pass rush closing in. Makes the catch downfield. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
Pass complete for a first down. The offense gets a fresh set of downs. Running out of time in the pocket. And the freshman making an impact play there. Offense stops the clock with their second timeout to talk strategy.
I can't believe the amount of pressure this defense is getting on this quarterback. Sack after sack. Boy, you got to think about changing things up. The snap count, the scheme, anything at all to help this offensive line. They're overmatched so far in this game.
Pass protection a serious issue. Another sack makes it 2nd and long. Looking to pass. It's Robinson. Lets it go under heavy pressure, taking a shot. Oh, and he can't hang on. Wow, would have been a touchdown. Got to shake that off now. It's 3rd down coming up.
I mean, this defense is having their way with this offensive line. That poor quarterback doesn't have a chance. Every time he drops back to throw, he's getting earholed.
And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here.
Perfect timing here by this quarterback. Great read, puts the ball where his man can make a play on it, and they're an extra point away from tying this game up.
Extra point try coming now. And the PAT is good. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And he fields it inside the 15. Powering through the defender. And the coverage team brings him down as the clock runs out on the first half of play. And they'll kick it away now to get this 3rd quarter underway. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. And the Penn State offense comes back on the field. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. They get the second half started with a running play. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
But a huge hit by the linebacker. What a tackle.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or 2 guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up 4th down. And the Nittany Lions will line up to punt it away. And he'll kick it away now for the 2nd time. See if he can make something happen with the return. He's brought down, but a good effort to make something of that return. And the offense makes its way onto the field, hoping for a successful drive. The last possession, they really had the passing game clicking, move right down the field for a touchdown. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Testing the right side here. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Now it's 2nd down here. And now the handoff. Runs through the defender. Tackled up near midfield at the 48.
Well, I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run, but look at this. Put themselves in a perfect 3rd down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
Running play called on 3rd and short. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, that was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Needs a completion here on 4th down. Finds his receiver. That's enough for the first down. They make the tackle, but he easily gets first down yardage, and the drive keeps going.
Boy, that conversion right there was an absolute dart by the quarterback, hitting his receiver, and the ball comes out that fast to put so much pressure on the defense to locate the football, let alone trying to get their hands on it.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice game.
Back to pass. It's Robinson. Here's a shot toward the end zone. They try a downfield shot. That's a good effort there, but now it's third down.
That ball just seemed to sail on. You got to make sure to give your receiver a chance to be able to come down with a catch and bounce, because in today's game, man, these receivers make catches like this all the time. And if you put the ball out of bounds, you're not going to give them that opportunity.
And he'll loft it to the end zone. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown. So on fourth down, they will settle for a field goal attempt. This will be a long-range attempt, 51 yards out. And this one is right through.
Boy, this guy had plenty of leg here, too. Chris, you remember the days when a kick from 50-plus was a major accomplishment? Now these guys knock these out like they're almost automatic.
So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And the Nittany Lions offense retakes the field. They're coming off a quick 3-and-out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. And the running back takes the handoff, fighting off the defender. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Second down after that run on the previous play. Tailback with another carry. They stop him out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield. Offense operating from the pistol. On the run, it's Allen. There's a tremendous toughness here. Takes a big shot there from the defense, but moves the sticks. First down. The Nittany Lions come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground here. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Boy, nice job by this defense being able to diagnose the counter play. You know, when you run that counter, you're hoping the illusion of the offense going one way and then coming back the other, that the defense buys into it. But they didn't buy it at all here, and they come up with a nice loss.
They test the middle, but gets stuffed. That run goes nowhere. Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And he's going to be taken down, sacked on the final play of this third quarter. As we head to the fourth, we could be in store for a classic finish. A spot in the next round of the college football playoff is at stake. And he boots it out of bounds. Not very long. And that punt will just bounce away from the returner and out of bounds. So no return. Offense ready to start this drive. They got points on the board last time thanks to a long-range field goal. Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin from their own 11. Looking to throw. It's Robinson. Looking to scramble. It's going to be incomplete. Trying to make something happen on the run, but nobody open.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between the quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball, and eventually that's going to cost you.
They stop him at the 22, but that's important breathing room on this drive.
And that's going to be a first down. And really, Chris, kind of surprised here in the fourth quarter not to see this defense dial up some pressure. They're just sitting back in the base, making it relatively easy for the offense to pick up a first down on the ground.
A quick throw out left, complete. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
Here's the second down play. Use the running game to chew on this clock now. And he's swallowed up at the line. Could not get past that big defensive tackle.
Well, with the lead here, this is where you want to just take your time. The defense, as we know, they are looking to do anything they can to create an aggressive play to try to create a turnover. So you got to work that clock, but also protect the football. I'm sure the coach right now is preaching to all his guys and reminding them about ball security at this point in the game.
And the punt team makes its way onto the field. And on fourth down, the punter sends it away. And the returner will be brought down. And the Penn State offense is back out on the field. First down here, the offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. They came up empty on the last possession, forced to punt it away. And they begin to click now. Receiver makes the grab, and the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Well, playing with the lead, good job by this defense to keep the receiver in bounds. Try to keep that clock moving, trying to secure a victory.
We reach the 2-minute warning now. Can this offense come away with a late comeback victory? Second down play coming up. To the air, it's Aller. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. Eventually they tackle him, but what a spin move to earn him the first down.
Well, the defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a first down.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? It's a quick grab. He'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
That's an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding that window between the zones and delivering the ball on time.
The Nittany Lions line up on 1st and 10 now. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Grab down the middle. It's Belling.
Well, fourth quarter down by a couple of scores. This offense doing everything they can to not just score points, but do it in a hurry, try to preserve the clock. Here, they're tackled in bounds. They don't pick up a first down. Good job by this defense.
Just runs through a man, a mismatch.
Well, Chris, we've called so many playoff games, and you just hope for a competitive game. That's exactly what we have here. A go-ahead score with less than 2 minutes to go. Now it'll come down to, can their defense hold up and secure the victory?
Point after, knocked right through. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. Here comes the offense looking to start the drive. Here we go. They need a touchdown. They got some time to work with here. They got to be precise and manage the clock wisely. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Catch made all the way down inside the 35.
Well, what an unbelievable job by this offense, Chris. They put themselves in a position to put a touchdown on the board. They take the lead, and now we'll see if their own defense can hold on to that lead in these last couple minutes of the game.
Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. He's going to try for a return from a couple yards deep in the end zone. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. And the Penn State offense comes back on the field. First down here for this offense. Back to pass. It's Aller. And with nobody open, he chooses to just throw it away. Second down play coming up for this offense. After the incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again. Oh, it's picked off. What a play.
I get wanting to be aggressive, but down late in the game like this, that's a throw you just can't make. And now, you're probably not going to get the ball back. This could end up costing them the game.
Here comes a handoff. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Second down after that previous play. And there's the handoff. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. So this one is tucked away. Time for victory formation. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games. But you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed